So the autofocus works with glasses on sometimes, but not all the time. Sometimes I have to take the glasses off for it to focus. But anyways, that's another topic for another day. But this video is about adapting the Canon 16-35 f4 to the Fuji x-h1 with the Fringer adapter. This is video 1 of a 4-part series where I'll be testing out how well the lens, adapter, and camera body communicate with one another in a non-scientific way for the purposes of learning and to decide whether I want to consider adapting lenses to the Fuji x-h1 for Fuji for future projects. If you are using Fujifilm cameras, this video applies to you as well. There may be some differences in performance and quality when using newer or older Fuji cameras, but I will talk about that a little bit more towards the end. In the world of photography, videography, cinematography, and all the other ographies alike, anything that has to do with cameras, lenses, comes with gear acquisition syndrome. I believe this also applies to other creative and scientific fields, but let's just stick with lenses and cameras. With that, the urge is to acquire all the camera gear known to man. With that, adapting lenses from one manufacturer to a camera from another manufacturer is part of the whole scheme of gear acquisition syndrome, which may stem from having a camera and a lens that just isn't doing all the things you want them to do, or from seeing what another creator is able to create with the camera and lens combo. The grass on the other side begins to look greener and FOMO gut punches you. So you go out, you find something similar or the same thing as the creator, and say you are only able to afford the camera body because the glass is just too expensive, because we know camera companies also know the bodies are just the body and the glass is everything sometimes. But say you have a great or fairly okay lens from another manufacturer that you don't mind using. So what do? You adapt. You look online, see what adapter options are out there, how you could adapt it, and with that, for today, I'm using the Fujifilm x-h1 with the Canon 16-35 f4 with the Fringer adapter right now for this talking head and all the B-roll. And here is where you can find a link to the Canon 16-35 f4. It is also linked below. You can join me over there once we're done with this conversation. But keep in mind how adapters, adaptive lenses, and third-party lenses work and response. They all differ from camera body to camera body, even if the camera is from the same manufacturer. That means older or newer cameras than the x-h1 or any other camera, Fuji camera you're using, may respond different when you're using the same setup. But the best thing to do is to rent, find used, and test out all of these things to determine whether it is something you want to use. You don't have to test out all of it. You may just need to test out a few things to see if it's something you want to move forward with. Every camera system and lens requires some TLC and a few workarounds. But so far, what do you think about how the Fujifilm x-h1, the Fringer adapter, and the Canon 16-35 f4 is working together in this controlled setting, in this studio office setting, where I'm controlling the light and yeah, you get it. But I'll be using this camera, adapter, lens combo in a natural light setting, but that is for part 2 of this 4-part series. What else was there to say? Oh yeah, you can check out this video right here if you want to learn a little bit more about the Fuji x-h1. And that is it for today. I want to thank you for stopping in. Stay awesome.